Hello, and today we are going to be talking about leaves and why do they change color. But before we start our story, I wanted to talk about something that kind of has to do with reading this week and also science. We can kind of put those two together right now. This week we've been talking about text features, so informational text. And that is stories that are nonfiction. We've been talking about that. So nonfiction, again, that means it's real. It's not fake. It is real. And so some features of these informational texts could be the title page. So some stories have title pages. Okay, it's a page at the front of a book that contains information about when and how the book was published. And when it says published, that means when was it brought out? Okay, when was it made? Sometimes stories have the table of contents. So nonfiction texts have table of contents, not all the time, but sometimes. So the table of contents is a list of chapters in the book, along with the page number where each chapter begins. So again, I really love table of contents because you can find things pretty easily by using the table of contents. So let's pretend that I was doing a report on reflections. And so I would only have to go to the table of contents to look and see where I can find information about reflections. And if you see my mouse, reflections, it looks like it's on page 9. Okay, it's chapter 3 and it's on page 9. Okay. A glossary also can be a part of real books, nonfiction books. So a glossary has a list of terms in ABC order, along with their definitions. Okay, we've seen this already before in our book of the week for reading. The index also is a part of nonfiction books. The index was also in our story this week, and it says an index is a list of key concepts in ABC order, along with the page numbers where more information can be found. So if you need more information on something, if you go to the index, a lot of the times you might find something that you are looking for, and it'll give you the specific page number. So the index is also very helpful. And again, the index is like the glossary, where the glossary has words in ABC order, and the index also has words in ABC order. This gives you a really good idea of where things are, and it gives you it in a very fast way, because when we do ABC order, we can find things a lot easier. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to click this book. It's called Why Do Leaves Change Color? We've been talking about this week in science, right? And we've talked about today, we found out why leaves change color. Now I want you to pause this video and think about, what do you remember from class that made you remember why leaves change color? We talked about temperature. Some students predicted that it might be the seasons that change the leaves. Some children predicted that it might be the animals eating the leaves that change the color. So a lot of students have predicted different things about why leaves change color, but we actually learned the answer today. Go ahead and pause right now. I want you to think about the answer, why do leaves change color? And we will talk about it. Okay, hopefully you have paused and thought about why leaves change color. And we talked about how the leaves are green in the springtime, right? And these leaves are green because they have little things in them called chlorophyll. Do you guys remember that big word chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is the green color in the leaves, okay? The sun hits the leaves and the leaves make food called chlorophyll. Okay, that's good stuff for the leaf. That's the nutrients, the good stuff, right? And, throughout the summer, it grows and they get more chlorophyll and they become strong. But in the fall, the sun doesn't come out as much and it gets a little chilly. So what the tree does, the tree trunk, is it takes all of the chlorophyll from the leaves, sucks it up, and puts it in the tree trunk so it can store the food and the nutrients for the cold, harsh winter. Okay? That's why the leaves change color. The green is gone because the chlorophyll is the green. The green is getting sucked into the trunk of the tree and it is storing it so the tree can survive the winter. Okay? The leaves turn different colors. Do you remember why? Or how do the leaves change different colors? Because there were different colors under the green before the green left. So the leaf is made up of different things and also different colors as well. So now that the green is gone, it can show other colors that were already in the leaf beforehand. So again, with informational text, nonfiction books, which are real, we have a table of contents. And in this case, this book has a table of contents. So we kind of already know right now that this book that we're going to read is informational text. It's a nonfiction book. It is real. Okay, the pictures look real. Table of contents is definitely real. It gives us good information about the chapters, what the title of those chapters are, and what page the chapters are on. I'm going to start reading. If you want to read by yourself, pause this video, or you can mute me and you can read by yourself. So here's the title, So Many Colors. Why are leaves on trees different colors? What makes them change color? Making food. Leaves make food for the tree from sunlight, water, and air. Green stuff, which is chlorophyll, right? The green stuff in the leaves helps them make food. It also makes the leaves green. So again, we know that the green stuff is chlorophyll, okay? The good stuff, right? The food. And so look at this little diagram. This diagram is part of informational text. Informational text have diagrams in their stories, and this is definitely a diagram of how leaves make food. It is a leaf, and it kind of shows us in a picture how a leaf makes food or how it gets food. So it looks like the sunlight is beaming onto the leaf. Then it says the leaf makes food and sends it to the rest of the tree, and air passes in and air passes out. And lastly, the leaf gets water through the stem. And so right here, the water runs through here and it goes into the stem and fills throughout the leaf. Summer. Leaves are green in summer because they are making food. Remember, they're making food from the sun. The trees save some of the food for winter. So remember, they save food by taking all the chlorophyll, the green stuff, out of the leaves and sucking it back into the trunk. Fall. In fall, the weather changes. The days get shorter and the nights get longer. Trees get less sunlight, so they make less food. That's why they have to store it in the trunk. And if you don't know what the trunk is, it's this thing right here, like the big part. Okay, the leaves have all the green and they want to store the green so they can survive winter. So they suck it in and they suck all that chlorophyll in the trunk. The leaves stop making the green color, remember, because there's not as much sun anymore, right? Other colors that were under the green start to show. So now that the green is getting sucked out, it looks like the colors that were under the green are starting to show. Leaves turn yellow, orange, brown, and red. Winter. Trees drop their leaves to get ready for winter. They use the food they saved to get through the cold days and nights. So again, they use that chloroform that they sucked into the base to use all winter so it can survive. Spring. Spring comes, ice and snow melt, and rain falls. The sun shines, new leaves grow on the trees. The green leaves start making food again.